Hey guys, it's Tiffany here. I am a clinical hypnotherapist and a toxic relationship recovery coach. I help women suffering from low self-esteem and low self-confidence after a toxic relationship regain their happiness and their confidence very, very quickly. We go into the subconscious mind work, and I'll have other videos explaining that later. So, if this is you, if you are struggling and you're ready to regain your confidence and your happiness and do it quickly and start living again as soon as possible, reach out to me. I have a link in the description where you can click and you can book a call with me, and we can jump on the phone. We can get you out of your head. We can talk about your struggle, talk about what you want in life, and make a clear map on how to do that, because it's possible for you. So possible. Even if it feels like it's not, I want you to know, if you need anyone to tell you, it is possible for you. So let's just dive into the content. And if you like this, please like and subscribe to my channel so you can watch more videos. So with a toxic narcissistic relationship, it can seem very, very senseless. Like nothing makes sense. It's kind of a whirlwind. You're trying to keep up with the pace, and it's so confusing and up and down and full of drama. It can seem their behavior and actions and words towards you can seem very, very cruel. And they do it with no remorse. It can seem destructive. It can tear you down and belittle you and make you feel so badly about yourself and your life and the situation. And sometimes it seems insane. Like, the whole situation seems insane. You feel insane. Everything is a whirlwind. And this person usually shows no remorse for how you feel. They don't want to hear how you feel. They don't want to hear what you think about the situation. They don't want to hear how badly they've hurt you or everything they've done to you. They don't want to hear it. They do not care. And it can really tear you down. And I think that's a lot of why women suffer from low self-esteem and suffer with low self-confidence after a toxic relationship, because this toxicity has built up and caused you to feel not good enough or invalid, or you can't speak up and be yourself and really live your life the way you want to, almost like you've given up your identity. Like, so many women find themselves at the end of the relationship, leaving a toxic relationship, and they're like, who the heck am I? So what is really going on? Why is this narcissist or toxic person hurting you? And the simplest reason for this is that they are hurt. You know that saying, hurt people hurt people? It's as simple as that. This narcissist or toxic person has been through some stuff that has hurt them and created them to end up, in turn, hurting other people. And they really don't care. These narcissists or toxic people, don't get me wrong, we're all toxic in our different ways. And sometimes we do things we don't mean to do, or we say things we don't mean to say. But this is different. Toxic narcissistic people aren't willing to do the inner work. They're not willing to work on themselves. They're not willing to heal themselves, because in the simplest form, in the shortest way possible, it's easier to hurt other people, because then they can kind of get their energy back. So what is happening is they're not willing to do the work. They're not willing to look within themselves to see if maybe part of me is the problem. You're the problem. They go straight to, you're the problem, you need to do the work, you need to fix yourself, you need to better our relationship, you're the problem. And they're not willing to accept that they have a part in that. And so they're not willing to do all that healing stuff, because it doesn't feel good, because they'd have to reflect on themselves. They'd have to become aware of what they're doing. And they're more in tune and more willing to look at what you're doing wrong. So in turn, with all of this whirlwind up and down drama stuff, you become a self-medication for them. You become their ego feed, their ego food. You become their energy supply. And it sucks. They use you as this self-medication to make them feel better in the short term. And what happens with a narcissist or a toxic person that's not willing to look within themselves and really accept to where maybe I am part of it, and not willing to look within them and do that inner healing work, their self-medication, their ego food, their energy supply coming from you will always run out. Because it is never enough. Because eventually you might catch on. You might catch on to their tactics. You might start standing up for yourself. You might not take it. You might not put up with it. So then their self-medication, the ego supply they were getting from you, the energy supply they were getting from you, comes dwindling down. And that's where the toxic stuff comes out. That's where they start to be manipulative and controlling and abusive and super toxic and belittling, and it all wears off and they no longer have that self-medication, so everything comes crumbling down. Nothing will ever be enough. You see it all the time, and you may have found yourself in this situation just like I have before, to feeling like, oh, if I can just make them happy. Oh, if I can just be better. Oh, if I can just make myself happy and make it work, maybe we can make it work. Nothing with a toxic narcissistic person, nothing you do will ever be enough for them, because they're the only answer for them, the only long-term answer for them is to do the healing work, is to go within and do the inner work within themselves. And they are the only one that can do that. You can't do it for them. No one else, their mom, their dad, no one else in their life can do it for them. They have to choose. They have to take the first step of awareness. And a lot of them aren't willing to do that. And that's why the toxicity keeps on going, and it's a cycle, and it happens throughout their relationship, and it never ends. And so you have two choices. You can stay, you can continue to be belittled, you can continue to feel lower than you've ever felt before, you can continue to put up with their shit, excuse my French, you can continue to go with the up and down drama, controlling, manipulative BS, or you can get out and you can leave and you can start to heal yourself. You can start to do the inner work yourself, so you don't in turn become a hurt person that hurts other people. You can have healthy relationships. You can be happy. You can be confident. You can be yourself again. So those are your two choices. And so nothing will ever be enough for these people, and this means nothing about you. I find so many women, including myself in the past, we think, oh, if I could just be better, maybe I'm not good enough for them. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe everything they are saying about me is true, when really nothing will ever be enough for them. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. It doesn't matter how many pounds you lose. It doesn't matter how much you do for them, how much you clean the house, whatever the situation for yourself may be, it doesn't matter. Nothing will ever be enough for them. And that doesn't mean anything about you. Do not take it personally. This means more about them than it will ever mean about you. And a lot of times, this negativity, this hurt, this stuff they're putting onto you is how they feel about them own selves. Is how they feel inside, the beliefs they have about themselves. So they're taking all this anger and this frustration and these negative beliefs and this feeling of not good enough, and they're projecting it onto you, throwing it onto you, making you feel belittled just like them, because hurt people and they want people on the same level. Hurt people that are happier than you, that are succeeding more than you, that are actually truly happy, will never bring you down. Will never bring you down. Happy people, healthy people want to bring other people up and make other people feel good. So realize that. If someone else is making you feel bad, know that you don't have to have any part in that. And it means nothing about you. It means more about them than anything. So this is why feeling sorry or wanting to heal them or just wanting to stay until things get better will never work. And so working it out would require them to heal, would require them to do the messy action into bettering themselves and becoming aware. That is the simplest information I could give you about why toxic and narcissistic people hurt other people. It's as simple as that, and it sucks, especially if you're on the other end of that hurt. So they're not willing. And that's where you have to decide. Are you the one trying to put all the work in? Are you the one accepting, yeah, I've messed up, but they're on the other end. They're not accepting. They're willing. They're not willing. They're not open. They're not allowing themselves to realize, maybe I did mess up too. Let's fix this. If they're not willing to do that, do not stay. Get out and find someone who's willing to work with you. Find time to focus on yourself and start to heal yourself and start to do the inner work to better yourself, so you can start to realize that's a red flag. I'm not going to put up with that. So you can start to make healthier choices and happier choices for yourself. So it all comes down to the real truth. It's that you don't matter to them. You don't matter to them, and you need to. It's basically that. They're hurt. Nothing matters. You don't matter to them, and you need to. You need to matter. You need to recognize that you matter. So please, if you don't have anyone in your life right now telling you that you matter, please take it from me. You freaking matter. You're good enough. You're amazing. You're beautiful. And nothing that you have ever went through, nothing that has ever been said from someone else about you has any truth unless you decide it is. So please tell yourself that you're beautiful, look yourself in the mirror, and just allow yourself to start to begin to love yourself. And if you are struggling with happiness and confidence, again, please reach out to me. I have the link to the free call that I do in the description. I hope this video helps. Please share it with other people. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you like this video so you can watch more and get the notification. So I hope this video helps, guys. I want you to know, if you get anything from my content, I want you to know that you're good enough, and you're good enough for your dreams. You're good enough for healthy relationships. You're good enough for happiness. You're good enough for being confident. You're good enough. Please believe that. I'll see you guys later.